Being born in Derry in Northern Ireland meant being acquainted with diversity from early childhood. My sister and I walked to school together every day through the Catholic area. Being from a Protestant family, we would have missiles like bottles and stones thrown at us, and we received various other taunts most days. We were used to it and used to walk faster to avoid conflict. Our street was Protestant and the next street down was Catholic. We weren't allowed to play with the Catholic children and they weren't allowed to play with us. We usually called each other names and sang sectarian songs at each other. As I got older, I did have a few Catholic friends, which was very daring at the time. I was caught by my dad going into a chapel with a Catholic friend once and was grounded for a week and under strict curfew after that. So I decided it wasn't worth the aggravation and stuck with Protestant friends. Years later, as an adult, I moved to London with one of my friends. Viewing Ireland from another place made me realise how the religious divide creates prejudice and damages our thinking. It became clear how unnecessary it all is. In London, religion didn't matter, although there were still other prejudices to be overcome. The Irish were looked down on, so I would pretend to be English, until a friend challenged me about that, and I actually became proud of my Irish heritage rather than trying to hide it. Over the following years, life was very hard for various reasons, but everything changed for me when someone I didn't know just knocked on my door, invited me to their church. I was skeptical and critical, but when I went there, I was made to feel very welcome. I met with the Lord powerfully, and He spoke to me, assuring me that I now belonged to Him. I know I would not have survived the various trials that I went through during these years, including the breakup of my previous marriage and financial hardship, without my relationship with the Lord and the support of my Christian friends. Fast forward several years, my husband Tony and I recently began attending King's Church. We found King's to be a very large but very welcoming melting pot of a church where there are many nationalities and age groups. We have been made to feel very welcome and I feel at home in the church. For someone who comes from a background where diversity has a negative impact, it is wonderful to see the exact opposite in the church. How the differences in people at King's are celebrated, and there's such a warm feeling and many small groups where you can get to know people. It is a place of acceptance and love, whatever your background or culture. Everyone is invited.